Maxwell,
What?
I guess it's a conversation you and I are going to have to talk about. I went ahead and added some notes on there for you. So, but I would like you to take this section because I would like to hear what you have to say first.
You want me to read it? What you wrote?
Yeah, because we haven't got to hear your sweet, sweet words for a while. And look, there's no spell check stuff in there, so the words are spelled right, but they're probably the wrong words.
All right, let's see what we got. The Marvel film pulled in an estimated 121 million US.
You didn't even talk about what we were talking about.
Did I not?
No.
Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
It pulled in an estimated 121 million in the US and Canada on its first Sunday through backwards Friday. Through its first Friday through Sunday, making it the #1 movie of the weekend so far. I guess you guys didn't catch what I just said, but
I was reading Emily's replies to the tweet about the GameStop
well, good
video
job
we put up
because
today.
that's in real time and this podcast is not.
Yes, I don't think she was too happy with our video.
So yeah, Ragnarok becomes the 4th largest opening weekend of the year, trailing Beauty and the Beast, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and It. That's interesting.
What's fun?
That's actually really interesting.
Out of the top 4, 3 of those are Disney movies.
And that's all just in their first weekends?
Yes, the first Friday through Sunday weekend, yes. Which is pretty interesting.
It is.
Maxwell, I'm going to ask you, Justin's no spoilers?
Go for it.
Okay. What were your thoughts on Thor?
I think that it was so much like Guardians of the Galaxy, colors and the universe that they were in, part of the universe they were in. It was so much more like that than any Thor movie. It's definitely its own Thor experience in a way. It was even more like Guardians of the Galaxy because it was so funny.
The devil's anus.
Yeah, it was. The biggest disappointment of this entire movie is that to me they ruined the Hulk being in it, just like they did Doomsday and Batman vs Superman. Because watching this movie, and you can tell the way they wrote it, they also wanted you to be surprised watching it that the Hulk was in it.
Yep.
But the trailers fucking ruined it. I would have been much more excited and happy to see this movie and have that part happen just like it did for Thor himself, where he's just like, oh man, I'm going to fight this big creature, and then he's like, holy shit, I know this guy, this is great. That would have been a much better reveal, but the trailer was like, yep, it's Hulk and Thor.
Even if they wanted to do that, what they should have done is they should have literally shot. You know how like some movies will shoot like a completely false scene that's never in the movie,
right?
Like they should have done something similar to that, and then had like another opponent come out or something completely different, just to show that he's in like a gladiator type situation, but not give away that it's actually Thor. Have somebody completely different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Hawk. But yeah, I think that even they did go beyond in the trailers to edit certain visual effects that happen to the characters. You know what I'm talking about? Not to spoil it for anybody, but certain characters have appearance is altered for the trailer, so you can get those cool action scenes. But then in the movie, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. What did you think about the change in, I guess I don't really want to say too much, but like the change in Thor's ability versus like what happens to him in the beginning of the movie?
It's clear that they're trying to set everything up for Infinity War. But I don't know that I
did you not
like
feel
it.
Like
I don't.
Do you not feel like you were watching Raiden from Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, it was a super cool scene. I will say that, like the end of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know he loses his hammer in the trailer, but it's kind of a bummer him not having that in a way, because that's his thing. It's like Iron Man having a suit, you know.
Yeah, and evidently Tony Stark makes a belt, which I think we saw in Spider-Man at some point when they were loading the content onto the ship when they were moving out of Stark Towers. Tony Stark makes a belt, some sort of belt for Thor, I guess, to help him either harness his power or amplify his power.
Huh.
So I'm curious of when we'll see that. Probably, I would assume Infinity War at some point.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what the timeline is for this movie then.
Yeah, well, I think it literally is going to take place right before Infinity War because the ship that shows up and that post-credit scene is Thanos' ship.
Right, but if Tony Stark and Spider-Man is already making that belt, then he has to know something about Thor. So, like, this Thor movie has to have taken place before Spider-Man?
Possibly. Do you want to take a shot in the dark as to why you think they were found by Thanos? Did anything appear to you during that movie that you maybe have thought about? I actually didn't pick up on this until Terry told me.
I'm sure the Tesseract or whatever, I'm sure what's-his-face took it.
Oh, yeah. He probably took it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting because that's one of the actual Infinity or that goes in the gauntlet, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's one of the stones.
And then the Mind Stone from Vision,
right?
So I think those are the final two, maybe, because the Collector had one, and then the other two, I don't know. So, but yeah, overall, did you have anything else you want to add before I give my 2 cents?
No.
Overall, I liked the movie. I thought the visuals are great. I love the 80s theme-esque.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, the music was great, sound effects, all that stuff. It definitely felt like it was that they were trying to feed off the kind of theme and success of the Guardians movies. I would say that I probably enjoyed Thor 2 more than I did Guardians 2.
Yeah. I
would say. My only thing that I really didn't care for, and I know some people feel the same way, some people maybe feel different, is I felt like there was, and Justin will probably hate me for saying this comment, but I felt like there was too much comedy in the movie.
It was a lot.
I literally felt like it was Thor and Hulk comedy hour.
Yeah.
The Devil's Anus, safe passage through Devil's Anus. They literally made a hand job reference to Thor's hammer. It pulls you off, is what they said.
Yeah. That was the director, by the way. He plays that character.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like for a movie, like, I get it. Like, not every Marvel movie should have a super serious tone. If you think about the Avengers, like the first Avengers, even the second Avengers, both of those had really serious tones. If you think about Civil War, it had a very serious tone. Like the Guardian movie and Ant-Man and some of Doctor Strange was kind of the more comedy relief.
Yeah.
But I just felt like this movie was trying way too hard with too much comedy for me. Because the overarching theme of the movie was very dark, if you think about it. Like, you have the goddess of death literally coming to destroy all of Asgard.
Yeah, there were too many scenes, like when she's telling everybody who she is. And it's like, yeah, it's funny, but it's also stupid that it happened in that scene. The guy goes, well, whoever you are. And then she's like, didn't you just hear me say everything about who I was?
Yeah. And I don't know. I just felt like it had too much comedy, or maybe it wasn't necessarily too much comedy, but it had comedy in places that I didn't feel that it was appropriate, or that it was needed, I guess you would say, maybe. But other than that, I mean, I thought the use of Hulk was great for the most part. Like, I thought he wasn't in the entire movie. I thought the parts that they had him, though, was really good. I did not like the scene at the final part where he is literally trying to take down the huge guy. Like, I just thought that, I mean, that's probably classic Hulk. That's probably what he would do, but I didn't feel like it was needed. But other than that, I really liked the movie. I'm really anxious to see where it goes. I would say that I probably liked this Thor movie better than the previous two.
Yeah.
Just because the story and the action, I think. And I like the return of I can never remember the guy's name, but the guy with the golden eyes, I don't know what his name is. I can't remember. He's like the doorkeeper or whatever he is with the sword. Because I just like
Idris Elba.
Yeah, I just love that character. But other than that, it's good. I'm anxious to see, kind of like you said, where this is in a timeline, and then what this movie kind of, where it's setting up to go. Because the next Marvel movie is Infinity War, correct?
Black Panther.
Oh, Black Panther, which looks amazing, by the way. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer.
I think it's just going to be too much going on in that movie, but hopefully not.
Yeah, the trailer does look like it's giving a little bit too much away. Maybe too much action too. So, all right, well, that's pretty much all that I had. Anything else? Justin, you didn't want to add anything to that?
Well, I believe that the movie, I think it just, no, I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, sorry. All right. So, real quick, and you may not be able to add to this, but this won't last but a second. Maxwell, what's your favorite Marvel movie to date so far? If you had to just pick one.
I think I used to say it was Civil War, maybe? Or did I say Captain America Winter Soldier? I don't remember.
Mine's Winter Soldier. Through and through. Love that movie. Think it's great. Yours, I think, used to be Winter Soldier, but maybe switched to Civil War after it came out, maybe. I'm thinking, maybe. But anyways, Terry said...
I don't get to say.
Well, you haven't seen them all.
I've seen what I've seen, though, I can tell you.
Okay, what you've seen so far, which is your favorite? Don't you dare say the first Captain America movie.
I mean, that's probably my second favorite.
Okay.
But, no, honestly, for me, it would go Spider-Man Homecoming, Guardians 2, and then the first Avenger.
I think for me, my second would be the first Iron Man, just because it kind of set everything. Spider-Man Homecoming is really good.
Yeah.
But Terry said this is his favorite Marvel movie of all time. He didn't say 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10.
And he won't do it in a review either.
No,
So.
I got word from Terry. He's not writing reviews for us anymore.
What? Why not?
Because he's tired of us giving so much crap.
For not writing reviews?
Yeah, I guess.
So now it's just going to be
I
infinite.
think he said he went into retirement. I'm just kidding.
Is he really not going to write reviews?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Anyway.